Hello everyone. Welcome to the Digital Corporate Meditation Summit. It is first of its kind in India, and we, on behalf of Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, have been organizing this one-day event specially for the corporates. Myself, Shalini, and I'm rendering my services at Pyramid Valley International from the past 8 years as the head of communications. I started this breath meditation in the year 2004, and it was during my school days. It helped me a lot to concentrate over my studies, and I could secure better marks and came out with flying colors. That helped me to be more confident in going about my tasks. From then onwards, I started claiming myself in this service, and I'm at Pyramid Valley International now. I welcome everyone to this great event, and our Patriji is here, who is a founder of Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, and he's been relentlessly teaching meditation from past 40 years. And just we saw the video of the Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, and there are a lot of wings. And PSSM has spread for about 30 plus countries. It started in the town of Kurnool in the year 1990. So we will know a lot more about him in the following session. He is going to speak about the science of meditation. Welcome you, sir.
Namaste. Please tell a little more about the Pyramid Valley International, Bangalore.
Yes, sir. So Pyramid Valley International is the international headquarters of Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement. Pyramid Valley started in the year 2003. It's such a beautiful landscape place filled with a lot of energies. We have a huge pyramid, the Maitreya Buddha pyramid, which is at the size of about 160 feet, and 5,000 members can sit at a time and do meditation. We have been organizing a lot of programs, the huge one-day program, residential workshops, corporate training sessions, teacher training sessions, senior citizens program, and there are many more programs, especially for the kids, youngsters, and women too. As part of the annual event, we conduct Buddha Purnima in the month of May, the day when Buddha was born. Another annual event of ours is the Global Festival of Spiritual Sciences, which falls in the month of October, and where we have a lot of spiritual scientists all over the world on the one platform to deliver their speeches and share their wisdom. It is such a loveliest place, and we also can say it might be a slice of heaven on this earth. So I welcome everyone to visit Pyramid Valley, which is in Bangalore, India. And now we are providing a lot of digital sessions. And after this lockdown, you all can come and visit Pyramid Valley. Thank you, sir. Now I also invite Padma Shri Dr. Karthikeyan ji. Padma Shri Karthikeyan ji is an Indian Police Service officer from Tamil Nadu, a former director of CBI, and also Director General of Human Rights Commission. Karthikeyan ji was awarded Padma Shri in the year 2010 for his contribution in the field of Indian civil services. We will also hear his speech on Nothing is Impossible very shortly after the inauguration. Thank you, sir. We welcome you.
What is the format now?
So we will be having the inauguration, and after that, It's followed by Dr. Karthikeyan ji.
Sir, all five panelists have brought one shot, and then we one by one we are giving the messages for this 30 minutes. Sir.
Okay, sir.
I also welcome Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam ji, who is the Executive Chairman of Bannari Amman Group of Industries. He is also known as Icon of Pollachi. Mr. Subramaniam is from the family of farmers. His thorough knowledge in varied fields of hard work and for over 4 decades have propelled the group to a pivotal position from mid-80s. Meticulous planning and speedy execution are his magic strengths. We welcome you, sir. So we also have Mr. Sai Krupa Sagar, who is a managing trustee of Pyramid Valley International. He is an accomplished technology business leader and a long-time meditator. He held the position of vice president in the digital engineering at the global IT services company, Cognizant, till recently. We welcome you, sir. We also have Mr. Chandrasekhar Pulamarsetti. He is a student from BITS Pilani, and he is also the founding board member of Pyramid Valley International. He was a CEO of Sanofi, and which merged into the multinational company IBM. Welcome you, sir. Over to Chandra, sir.
Thank you, Shalini. Thank you, Patricia. Welcome all panelists. Thank you, Karthikeyan sir, and thank you, SVB sir. Welcome to this empowering corporate meditation summit organized by Pyramid Valley International and Pyramid Spiritual Societies Movement. Dear friends, we are honored to be with these great business leaders, organization leaders, and along with the Grand Master of Meditation, Brahmarshi Patriji. The world is fast changing. There is so much of volatility. There is so much of uncertainty. And for the past few months, adding fuel to the fire, we have this pandemic. Yet, the businesses have to run. If we stop the businesses, then there's pressure somewhere else. There is so much pressure right now on employees. On one side, you have to be at home. On the other side, you need to perform. There is tremendous amount of pressure on business leaders at this stage in keeping up, or at least even to have the basic growth of the companies and organizations. Yet, you have to very take care of the employees, really for their safety and health. While there is a whole section of people having and to deal with these challenges, but we also have a set of people who seem to be extremely happy, who are able to weather through these challenges and still continue to live their lives in a most beautiful way. And these are people who have been meditating, who have taken meditation as their fundamental habit, and finding that resilience, finding that quietness, finding that peace inside them. So Pyramid Spiritual Societies Movement has been promoting, under the guidance of Brahmarshi Patriji, meditation and spiritual science for the well-being of humanity. And the same meditation is absolutely giving everything. Patriji used to say meditation gives everything. It is a solution for all problems without an exception. Meditation is a stress inhibitor. Meditation provides that right physical health vitality. It's reducing the cortisols. It is increasing our feel-good factors in the brains. It is increasing the memory powers tremendously, boosting the memory powers, make us very, very successful. Meditation is increasing the emotional quotient significantly, and then helping us connect with people and then have those joyous lives back again. And meditation increases that understanding that there is enough for everybody. There is abundance. So people are able to live with their purpose. Now it is all being corroborated with a lot of neuroscience, a lot of epigenetics and quantum physics. There are various science faculties that are researching this and then providing and then coming to the same conclusion that this ancient practice of meditation is fundamental in everybody's lives. It's fundamental more so for several employees who have to deal with all this uncertainty and then tough situations while going out. Luckily, meditation has become quite popular. It is becoming quite popular. If you look into many, many corporations, whether it's in India, whether it's abroad, all of them have started introducing the concept of mindfulness and meditation. You will find this in various groups inside the companies. Major business leaders, including, say, Twitter co-founder, Medtronic, Athena, SAP, Google, Apple, IBM. There are so many big, large companies have introduced mindfulness meditation, and then thousands and thousands of people have taken to meditation, to mindfulness. In fact, mindfulness has become a success skill. In the companies that have worked in the past, mindfulness has become a success skill. It is clearly written by HR that meditation and mindfulness are skills that every employee needs to acquire to be able to deal with the pressure situations and yet bounce back and then perform to the best. We named this conference Personal Resilience for Changing Times. Personal resilience is about recovering from adversities and then still being your best and give your maximum performance and in all times. That's personal resilience. Being very resilient and then recover from any kind of adversity, recover from this current condition, and then still continue to give your best. So meditation is fostering mindfulness into our lives. Meditation is fostering personal resiliency. Meditation is helping us manifest a new reality. And meditation is helping us to be engaged and accountable workforce. So friends, Pyramid Valley International, in association with Quantum Life University and various Pyramid meditation channels, is organizing this one-day empowering corporate meditation summit. I'm Chandra Pulmarsetti. I'm a core member, a core functionary of Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement. I've been associated with Pyramid Valley and several other projects of PSSM, while at the same time parallelly continuing my business career as a computer technologist initially, then as a leader, as an entrepreneur, and then most recently as an executive with IBM. So it is absolutely possible for each and every one of us to embrace meditation and live a great physical outer life, at the same time live a great inner life. Both we can absolutely achieve, each of us, and then gain that resilience, gain that ability to manifest, ability to connect with people, and then gain that understanding what the purpose of life, and then have a deep fulfilled life. So today we are honored to have several business leaders, organization leaders. So initially we'll have a session by Dr. Karthikeyan Ji as soon as the inauguration finishes on Nothing is Impossible. And then we'll have a session by Patri Ji on the science of meditation, and we'll have a beautiful flute meditation music with him. Then we'll have a panel of eminent leaders who are practicing meditation, at the same time working in their current companies, talking about how meditation can help develop personal resilience with their own experiences. Then we have set of business professionals coming in, leaders and professionals coming in, and then share their own transformation stories. And then finally, we'll end the morning session with Dr. Newton, one of the masters of meditation, Grand Master of Meditation, have a session with us on creativity and how meditation enables creativity and innovation. That's in a morning session. And in the afternoon, we again have a set of professionals sharing experiences. Then we have another business leader, a manifestation leader, Shreyans Daga, coming in and taking us through a manifestation science and then a meditation, a deep meditation. Thereafter, we have a panel of leaders talking about how mindfulness and meditation can help grow business. One is about gaining personal resilience, another is about growing the businesses. So there is a panel of leaders talking about it in the afternoon. Then we have Q&A, specifically around workplace challenges, workplace growth, about businesses. We'll have Q&A with Brahmarshi Patriji and then a few panelists. And then we'll close at the end by 8 o'clock. So this is how we're going to have our day today. And throughout the day, we already completed one session in the morning, a nice long meditation, but with the rest of the day, we have 4 more meditations. So we will learn meditation, we'll practice meditation. That's simple Anapanasati breath meditation. With that, I hand over to Sai Krupa Sagar to talk about Pyramid Valley and PSS movement.
Yeah, good morning, dear friends. Good morning, Brahmarshi Patriji, Padma Shri Karthikeyan sir, Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam sir, and Dr. Ramani, and all my dear friends and masters. On behalf of Pyramid Valley International, I extend a warm welcome to all of you to this digital corporate meditation summit. I want to quickly cover a few salient points around Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement and Pyramid Valley International and for the benefit of people who joined us new. Pyramid Valley International is the international meditation center of the global Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement founded by Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji in the year 1990. In fact, we are currently celebrating the 30th anniversary year of PSSM. Starting from the town of Kurnool in Andhra Pradesh, Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement, or PSSM as we fondly call, has spread far and wide across the globe. Today, we have Pyramid Masters and Pyramid Meditation Centers right from Australia to North America, South America, Europe, Middle East, South Asia, Southeast Asia, and Far East. It's become a global movement due to the, again, untiring, dedicated efforts of Brahmarshi Patriji. The movement has created crores of meditators, commonly called Pyramid Masters. With lakhs of Pyramid Meditation Centers and thousands of pyramids constructed all over the world, PSSM is one of a kind spiritual movement with the mission of promoting Anapanasati meditation, vegetarianism, and pyramid energy. Patriji and thousands of masters have taught meditation in towns, villages, schools, colleges, cities, hospitals, jails, government departments, military and security police departments, corporate organizations. In every country they have been in. And I personally know quite a lot of them doing that kind of wonderful work. We're extremely proud to be part of this enthusiastic and enlightened global family. Thank you, Patriji, for your guidance and vision. And as part of this Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement and Patriji's grand vision, multi-day meditation conferences called Dhyana Yagnas happen throughout the year. And usually we end the year with this flagship event of PSSM celebrated as Dhyana Mahachakram at our Hyderabad Pyramid campus and is attended by lakhs of meditators over 14 days. Since March, as the world has moved online, all these Dhyana Yagnas have moved online, and we've been celebrating it as Digital Dhyana Yagna, and this is the Digital Dhyana Yagna number 9 since April. Sorry. Pyramid Valley International, established in 2003, is kind of a crown jewel for PSSM as the International Meditation Center. Is run as a non-profit center by a distinguished board of trustees with Patriji as the chairman. with the mission of again spreading Anapanasati meditation, vegetarianism, and pyramid energy to meditators all over the world. Today, Pyramid Valley International is a comprehensive meditation retreat. I know Shalini did talk about it a little. It's a comprehensive meditation retreat that drives that mission forward. It houses one of the largest meditational pyramid, but one of the first largest meditational pyramid, a mega pyramid of size 160 feet by 160 feet, towering more than 12 stories high. And it can house 5,000 people at a time to do meditation. We've done those kind of sessions. It has a wonderful high energy King's Chamber where a lot of us go meditate frequently. Spread over 33 acres of green and serene land, and it's around 35 kilometers south of Bangalore. Pyramid Valley is an amazing, ideal place to unwind and reconnect to our inner self. But in 2011, Times of India called it or listed it as one of the 7 wonders of Bengaluru. Amongst a lot of other facilities, amongst the nature, there's a lot of rock, there's a rock garden, there is a labyrinth, there are multiple spots of meditation places in Pyramid Valley. Visitors are taught meditation by experienced instructors free. We have a Nitya Annadana project that serves lunch and dinner to visitors and residents. Till now, more than 18 lakh people have visited Pyramid Valley since 2005. This includes people from 55 countries, makes it a really normal international meditation center, 55 countries. And then we do a lot of work with schools in Karnataka. So till now, 55,000 people have come to Pyramid Valley. We've conducted sessions for them. They visited and then leveraged the energies of the pyramid. Amongst a lot of other programs, we do conduct a lot of free meditation and spiritual science programs. Amongst all those programs, one of our signature programs is a 7-day free Dhyana Sadhana Saptaham, which is a silence and meditation retreat with free accommodation, free food, and people away from mobile phones. Participants spend 7 days in complete silence and do close to 12 hours of meditation. A lot of people have undergone magical transformations during these retreats. And that is one of the whole purpose of Pyramid Valley International Meditation Center, for people to come there and do their meditation, do their sadhana, and progress in their spiritual journey. Towards that, we have quite a lot of facilities. We have accommodation, different types of accommodation for people to stay. We have a library. We have med lab that does research on pyramid energy. And we have state-of-art workshop and conference rooms where we have close to 45 to 50 different corporates and international organizations have conducted their workshops in the serene surroundings of Pyramid Valley. So it's a wonderful place. Close to 1.3 lakh people have stayed as residents and progressed in their meditation practice. I warmly invite you and welcome you to the magical Pyramid Valley when we reopen to progress your inward journey. Pyramid Valley is definitely a crown jewel of PSSM, and then it's a centerpiece of Patriji's and PSSM's 30 years dedication to spreading meditation. And amongst a lot of initiatives, this meditation summit is just one of that, where we try to reach out to a cross section of people across different segments of the society. And this particular corporate meditation summit is geared towards addressing our corporate and business friends. So I once again welcome you all to this 1-day digital corporate meditation summit. Thank you.
Thank you, Saga. May I invite Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam sir to give us his inaugural message.
My pranams to Brahmastri Patriji. My profound respects to Padmasri D.R. Karthikeyan, Sri Santaraji, and other masters. And I offer my greetings to all the participants who are joining this meditation summit today. I have great respects to Patriji, who is a spiritual leader in his own person, being Buddha as his guru and as an original thinker. He has been able to concise the practice of meditations in such a way that everyone can adopt it without any problem and easy to practice. During my last 5 weeks of meditation practice under the guidance of Mr. Chandra, I had an opportunity to listen to Sri Patriji, Sri Karthikeyanji, Dr. Newton, Sri Dagaji, and many more corporate and spiritual leaders, and come to the firm belief that the meditation is the ultimate for the human being. In addition to condition the mind, it also cures the physical illness. This is fortified by when I read the books like You Are the Placebo, The Biology of Belief by Bruce Linton, The Untold Story of Sita. The myth that meditation is reserved only for the saints and holy men is disproved now. An instruction by an experienced and knowledgeable master can make meditation easy to learn. The pyramid way of meditation is unique in its own respect and easy to learn. During the last 5 weeks of meditation, which I'm undergoing under the program led by Mr. Chandraji, I could see great amount of transformation in my own life, and I am very thankful to Mr. Chandra and his able assistants, Ms. Vani Chandrasekhar, Anandi, and so many others. The fundamental aspect that we should know about meditation is that we are all only 0.1% matter, and rest are 99.99% is only energy. But unfortunately, we all feel we are all matter, and we are not able to have the manifestation of our life to the fullest extent. Therefore, I am of the firm view that the meditation should be taught to everyone in the world, so that all the present problem of hatred, ill feeling, everything will go away. In that case, the world is going to be very peaceful and a living place. More than that, I would even suggest that it should be made a permanent syllabi in the schools, so that students will be able to improve their memory power, their analytical skill, and more than that, their behavioral attitude will change. All these changes, if can happen through meditation, then the world is going to be one where we would love to live with peace and serenity. What I understand now is that 15% of the DNA, according to the scientific research, is only being used. If you are able to activate the genes by undertaking meditation, then it will gain unlimited intelligence, greater willpower, and memory power, in addition to the elevated emotions. Presently, when the COVID-19 is in place, we are finding difficult, particularly people from the corporate world is finding it difficult to run the business. Businessmen used to travel across the country to do the business, but it is now restricted. Then can we stop the business? No, it's all taken to the digital mode. Trade is taking place. Even on the educational front, if you see that the professors from foreign countries are teaching in a session, even for a semester, the lessons they have been able to do it. And so is the case in all other activities that is happening place. Therefore, the outlook has to take place, happen in other activities also, for which it may be necessary that some innovation has to take, innovation has to take place, which can happen only if we go through meditation, pointing out the particular subject where we need intuition that can come from only the meditation. In addition to the various benefits like immunity, strong immunity, good sleep, and also self-curing, it is more pertinent to me. In my case, what I feel is manifestation through good thoughts and visualization can happen to our desired result. And though I cannot, quote the incident, the last 10 days, I was able to really visualize one incident, and that has really happened. Therefore, I am sure the meditation is one that will certainly bring happiness and also the desired result if you properly to do it. Normally, it is said love, gratitude, happiness are essences of life. In that case, what do we need? The positivity, the clarity of mind, increased level of energy, creativity and innovation are the resultant factors of meditation which we can obtain provided we are able to practice meditation. Therefore, I am the firm view that meditation is a tool in life, at work, in health, and also for the family welfare. We are here to listen to various great leaders like Patriji, Karthikeyanji, and many more. And certainly we are going to be benefited by their interactions and also the great advice we are going to receive from them. One thing what I want to emphasize is that all the participants who are here, we should resolve that we should be able to, propagate and practice meditation not for ourselves alone, but all the people around us, so that we will make the world a place to live happily and with great enthusiasm. With this, I wish to thank the organization for giving an opportunity to participate. My experience with the meditation during the last 5 weeks, and I wish every one of the participants will have the same experience. And with this, I wish to thank the organizers for giving an opportunity. Jai Hind.
Thank you, SVB sir. Friends, that is group chairman, founder group chairman of Bannari Aman group of companies, employing thousands of people, and including sir is also running education institutes. And sir, we are very encouraged on your meditation journey, and your messages certainly will have a great impact. And we hope that you will take this forward in your organizations as we are interacting more and more. And at this time, I'd invite Padma Shri Karthikeyan sir to give his brief inaugural message. Karthikeyan sir, over to you.
Most respected Pujya Patriji, distinguished members on the panel, my greetings to all of you. Let me first convey my compliments to the organizers, the Pyramid Valley International, and particularly Mr. Chandra for taking the initiative for organizing this Digital Corporate Meditation Summit. Though it's mentioned as corporate, I think it's meant for everyone, every human being who want to lead a life of peace, health, and harmony and prosperity to everybody. And particularly coming at this time of an unprecedented crisis to humanity as a whole. Not only the poorest of the poor, the richest of the rich, the poorer nations, the richest nations also go through unprecedented uncertainty, fear, stress, not knowing what to do. We don't know where it started, how it started, how to prevent it. There is no treatment has been found. So we have to live with this crisis for a long time to come. It seems the only thing is, as they say, social distancing to the extent possible. It may be more difficult now because the lockdown is being lifted everywhere. Normal life will return very soon. But the only thing you can do is developing our personal immunity. Personal immunity, as you will be hearing the whole day from many other experts also, apart from Pujya Patriji, the right life, the right way of living, the right food, vegetables, fruit, vegetarian diet, and also, of course, yoga and meditation, pranayama. everything will follow naturally. But the most important aspect is how to develop our own inner immunity, how to lead a life with harmony between the body, mind, and soul, how to lead a life without any fear, with confidence. That can come through only meditation. And as beautifully explained by my dear friend, Mr. Dr. Balasubramanian, I endorse everything that he has said now. I don't want to repeat them. But this is a technology which is known to humanity, particularly to India, for several thousands of years, from our jnanis, rishis, and all that. Adi Yogi, Lord Shiva himself is in meditation all the time. So, what the great contribution of Patriji to this movement is simplifying the whole thing. I've experienced all the system to some extent or the other. His contribution is simplifying the whole thing, which even a man on the street without difficulty can follow. That the PSSM movement led by him has been playing on last 40 years, particularly last 10, 15 years time. It is spreading in leaps and bounds now all over, not only all over India, not only in villages and towns, in cities, in the north, south, everywhere, many parts of the world also. That's a great contribution by the PSSM. And just today morning I read, a member of the American Congress told the Americans, go by Bhagavad Gita. That is Bhakti Yoga and Karma Yoga, which I have followed for a long, long time, very readily, and exposed to this, of course, meditation very seriously on late. In fact, when I knew that Chandra is going to do it, to encourage him, I started attending it, to say that I am also attending. I wrote to my friends, many people all over. One of them was Dr. SVB. He took my advice seriously and came, and he is so committed to it now. What he has said is his own personal transformation. So all the corporates who are listening to the whole thing, and I'm sure it's going to be distributed, will know it has such a transformation can take place. He's not a new person. He has experienced all this. He himself is leading a spiritual movement also. So the power of meditation, Anapanasati meditation, and apart from that now, Shreyans, Chandra, and Newton have already making what I call it, add on to the main meal, made it more interesting. And you see the transformation taking place. I compliment Mr. Chandra, Shreyans, Dr. Newton, Sai Sagar, Ananti, and everyone who is behind this movement. I wish you great success. I wish to spread all over the world. When Patriji used to tell me, Dhyan Jagat, I'm going to do it, I used to be wondering, what is he thinking of? But I can see, last 10 years back, he used to hear Dhyan Bharat, he said. Now it has happened. Dhyan Jagat used to say, I said, how will it happen? Now we can see this happening. Now this crisis itself has given a need for it, necessity for this movement, because anybody can do it anywhere, simplicity. So I congratulate Chandra and the entire movement for taking this message all over the world now. It will go to the world now, all over now. It is already, we are seeing morning and evening meditations attended by hundreds of people. So anyhow, I'm going to come back to you on the next session. I thank Chandra, compliments to all of you. Namaste, Patriji. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Karthikeyan, sir. You've been such a great friend for PSS movement. And ever since you met Patri, sir, so it is an honor to have you. And then, friends, we will be listening from this grand master in Patri, sir says, one of the grandest masters of India produced in meditation. Karthikeyan sir has got so much of life experience. He's going to share some of that in his talk immediately after this inaugural session. Thank you, sir. So now I invite our beloved Patriji. Patriji means everything to me. In every part of my career and throughout my spiritual journey and even the work journey, he's been a mentor. And for not just me, so many, hundreds and hundreds of people, and then millions of people where they've been practicing meditation. So we'll have Sir give us a message for the inaugural session of this Digital Meditation Summit of Corporates.
Thank you, Chandra, and my pranams to Dr. Karthikeyan ji the light of India. I have been associated with him for the past 2 decades, and it was always a great personal enjoyment time and enlightenment time for me when I am with him. And in the past few weeks, I have come to know Dr. SVBG. He has got such a pleasant face, demeanor, that I am sure all his people connected with him must have been seeing him as a god. Face is the index of the mind, and words are the index of the soul. His face and his words must be divine to all the people who are associated with him. Sai Kripa Sagar is a great pyramid master. He has helped PSSM in various ways, designed the web content for many years, and then he was in London to organize our London chapter, UK chapter, then back again in India a couple of years back. Now he is in charge of our, as you said, our crown jewel, the Pyramid Valley International. And Chandraji, you are my personal friend. In times of need, in times of need, in times of emergency, he is my refuge. Chandraji and his great wife, Master Vaniji, have been so very gracious to be my personal friends in all my personal matters. Today, it is very wonderful that we are organizing this corporate digital meditation summit. Now the digital world is with us. We don't have to be with each other in the physical way. We can be at our respective houses, homes, and yet give ourselves to total give and take. What is important is that our souls meet, not the physical bodies. In this digital way, our souls meet. Our souls see each other. And the souls interact. And that's what is needed. In this digital summit, we don't have any physical moments. We don't need to. No expenditure of time and money on unnecessary things like physical travel. This whole pandemic has created an urgent need for a digital world. Before that, we were never used to this kind of talk. If I wanted to meet Chandra, I would go to Bangalore. If I wanted to meet Sai Kripa Sagar when he was in London, I should go to London. But now, digital world has changed everything for the whole world, including PSSM. PSSM is organizing every week a digital yajna. And this is the 9th one in our series of digital yajnas. Yesterday, I was in the Digital Meditation Summit in USA. For about 8 hours, I was there. Now today is another great summit, especially for the corporates. Corporates are very, very important part of the world system, where the employer is there and when the employees are there. The employees cannot do without an employer, and the employer cannot do without the employees. A grand relation should be there between the employer and the employees for the betterment of the employer as well as the employee, as well as the whole nation, whole world. If we are able to talk digitally like this, conduct yajnas, it is because of the corporations. Many corporations have invented all this technology. perfected this technology and made it available to the whole mankind. So we thank the technology of the whole world, the technocrats of the whole world, the corporate masters of the whole world, for making our life more comfortable in all aspects. We have got two lives. One is our life in the outer world and one life in the inner world. Our life in the outer world is made smoother, happier, more comfortable with the help of technology, science and technology. And the inner world is made better with the science of meditation and science of enlightenment. The outer world with the science and technology, the inner world with meditation and enlightenment. What is enlightenment? Enlightenment is to have a benefit mindset, a symbiotic mindset. I help you and you help me, and together we help the whole world. We don't fight with each other. We work with each other. A symbiotic way of life, not a parasitic way of life. We come together, the employer and the employees, they come together for a great benefit for the whole mankind. The corporate world is a great coming together. Of industrialists and workers. The workers should understand deeply the industrialist, and the industrialists should work closely with the workers. Every corporate should be a success. Every company should be a success in terms of increase of productivity, increase of wealth, and increase of well-being. If you can keep your employees happy, then you prosper. They won't go to other companies. Every employee has got a choice to work anywhere. If his skills are pretty good, then he can choose any company. And the employer always wants good workers with him. So he needs to have a nice companionship with the employees, so that the employees won't go to other companies. You don't lose the good people. You keep your good people with you for a lifetime. As long as the industry stays like that, the employees would want to be with their employer. If the employer is enlightened, if the employer is a Buddha, if the CEO is a Buddha, not just an employer, not just a CEO, but a Buddha industrialist, a Buddha CEO, then automatically water flows down and every worker will become a Buddha and a co-participant in the whole activity of the company as an equal partner. The corporates need a thorough shake-up, a spiritual shake-up, as every other organization requires. Every industrial unit, every educational unit, every administration unit, every service unit, everything requires a total spiritual shake-up. And that spiritual shake-up happens when you are into meditation. It doesn't happen otherwise. It is like this. You are feeling hungry. The body's natural state at times, every now and then, is becoming hungry. What do you do when you are hungry? You put something in the mouth. If you won't put something in the mouth, then your hunger is not quenched. You have to put something in your mouth that goes into the system and quenches your hunger. From time to time, the body is always hungry. Every few hours, it becomes hungry. And you have to keep feeding it. You have to put something in your mouth. Who will put anything in your mouth? You have to put it with your own hands. You must put a fruit, a piece of bread in your mouth. You have to quench your own hunger. Well, when you were a baby, your mother did it. But when you are an adult, you have to do it yourself. And the corporate world is full of adults. It is not a kindergarten school. The employer has to be a meditator. The employer has to be an enlightened person, a good Samaritan. The CEO must be a meditator, must be enlightened, must be a good Samaritan. And all the workers, down to the last fellow, last person, must be a meditator, and must be an enlightened person, and must be a good Samaritan. It's a must. Otherwise, the corporate will break up, the families will break up, the institutions will break up. There will be fights with each other. I don't agree with you. I will quit. I'll see that. I'll see your end. So this is not the mindset we require. We require a cooperative mindset, not a one-upmanship. We want a shake-up in every organization. Meditation, when introduced, will shake everybody else. I came into meditation about 40 years back. Then I started teaching everybody. When I imparted meditation to some person, when he took it seriously, he had a spiritual shake-up. And he became a good Samaritan and an enlightened fellow. If he was a CEO, he became a Buddha CEO, like Chandra. And if he is a worker, he became a spiritual worker. Everybody needs this spiritual shake-up. And in these special times, when you are encountering special challenges, we never were used to such special challenges as the current times. We need a greater spiritual shake-up. And today, this day-long session, we are going to listen to everybody who had gone through their own spiritual shake-ups. We listen to people who underwent tremendous spiritual shake-up, and they become leaders in turn to shake the whole world, to give a spiritual shake-up to the whole world. Buddha left his palace, went and had a spiritual shake-up. And when he became totally enlightened, he shook the whole world. He gave a big spiritual shake-up to the whole world. And Jesus did that. Now we are all doing that, same thing. We are all repeating what a Buddha did and what a Jesus did to shake up the whole community, whole humanity, by introducing meditation to everybody. Meditation is the fundamental thing. What is meditation? Meditation is making your worldly mind empty. Maybe making your wrong mind empty. We have got three minds. One is the wrong mind, One is the right mind, one is the choosing mind. Wrong mind we got from the society. Right mind is our birthright. And we have to choose between, we have a choosing mind. Sometimes the choosing mind goes with the worldly mind, wrong mind, sometimes with the right mind, the divine mind. We have to choose. Choice is always there. Either we can fight with each other or we can benefit each other. Either we can have a parasitic lifestyle or a symbiotic lifestyle. The choosing mind is there. Meditation will train the choosing mind to choose properly, the right mind, and leave the wrong mind, which you got from your birth, from the society. Before you were born, you had a right mind. But after you are born, you are brought up has brought in a certain wrong mind in your system. Therefore, the whole world is like this. Now we have to choose. The wrong mind is also required because we have to live in the world with everybody else. We have to be diplomatic. We have to be careful. We have to be logical. We have to follow the social distancing. But we have a divine mind with us. And meditation makes you in tune with your own divine mind. The divine mind, the worldly mind, and the choosing mind. The choosing mind has to choose meditation. Then it gets into oneness with the divine mind, the right mind. The worldly mind is rather a wrong mind. Not always, but many times. Let us set apart in our regular day-to-day 24 hours, a certain amount of time, 1 hour, 2 hours, to be with our own selves in meditation. Let us learn from all the corporate Buddha CEOs, Buddha industrialists, Buddha leaders of the world, like Dr. Karthikeyan ji. He is a great Buddha. What is a Buddha? A man who prescribes meditation for everything to everybody is a Buddha. That is the definition of a Buddha. A person who prescribes meditation as cure-all for all situations, all problems, to everyone, all the time, is a Buddha. And I have seen Dr. Karthikeyan ji for the past 20 years. He is a great Buddha. It's a very simple thing. When you are practicing meditation, you are an arihant. When you are teaching meditation to your neighbors, you are a bodhisattva. When you are speaking of meditation all over the world, you are a Buddha. These are the three words: arihant, bodhisattva, and Buddha. When you take to meditation, you are an arihant. When you speak about meditation to your neighbors, you are a bodhisattva. And when you teach all over the world, to every person whom you meet all the time, you are a Buddha. Thank you, Chandraji. I think that's enough for today.
Thank you, Patrisa. Always enlightening, perfect, spiritual, scientific concepts that come to us. You summed it up. We all need to become Buddha CEOs. Everybody is a leader, and we all need to become Buddha. We need to develop that Buddha leadership. Perfect excellence inside and excellent outside. So thank you so much, sir. We're going to come back to you for Science of Meditation and Flute meditation session by you. And dear friends, so we heard from all our masters and leaders the importance of meditation. So we'll go deep now and then listen to each of the masters as we go along.